Wow, we just made it with the skin of our teeth for the beginning of this episode.
I don't have skin on my teeth.
I was going to say, it's so funny because I was going to say, do you even where did they get that from, right? The skin of your teeth, because like you said, there is no skin on your teeth. That don't make no sense. Unless, I would like to actually look up where that, or the origin, where did it derive from? But as we look into that, what is going on, everyone? What is happening? I've been practicing my vocals, if you cannot tell. Just kidding, but it is your host, Jayson Yessir with the Spit It Out podcast, the podcast of what you've been thinking but haven't actually been hearing here in the Spit It Out studios. And you seen him last week, you see him again this week. We have the what? Why are you looking at me?
I'm just waiting to see what you're gonna say.
Okay, because I'm like, the way you look at me is like you have a feeling what I'm gonna say, but not too sure. But anyways, the man of the hour, JJ's back in the building, back in the Spit It Out studios, back here for another episode.
It's an honor. It's great.
It's an honor.
It feels like old times.
Yeah, almost pretty much, right? If you guys didn't know, if you're here early on the podcast, and where the fuck have you been? But if you didn't know, JJ was actually he still is part of Spit It Out, but he was part of the beginning, I would say. From beginning, you put in about 70 episodes, I think you have under your belt.
Yeah.
Did you check? We have these corny ass jokes.
I can see my belt now.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it started from the basement, and now we're here.
Exactly. Started from the basement, now we're here. If you guys don't know, we did record episodes in my parents' basement back in Connecticut, then moved around, shifted around from studio to studio, from bedroom to bedroom, to spare space to spare space.
We did in the living room one time, from bedroom to living room. Oh, yeah.
Living room to bedroom. So all over the house to now, and pretty much the own designated area for Spit It Out Studios here in Florida. But yeah, so he's here back another week. You guys loved him last week, of course. No, I actually called him not last minute, but pretty much last chance, as you say, because you are flying back. We did mention that you took a flight and everything. Yes, so you do leave. You're hopping back onto a flight. Now, do you I don't know if you did in the past, but you never got nervous to fly.
I guess you can say, because my hands used to get sweaty.
Okay. Actually, I remember, I think when we were younger, in the first couple of times that we did fly, were more so, if I remember correctly, that you were scared of ears popping.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say I have a problem, but before, it was anything loud noises, anything with my ear, it was very sensitive. Because
even fireworks,
I used to hate that and stuff. But yeah, I overcame it now, but yeah, I think before it was
I would think.
No, not that, but I'm just saying
250 sky miles, 250,000 sky miles.
My hands just get sweaty and stuff, but then after,
yeah. But would you say? So at what point, or just throughout the whole thing, that you would feel nervous, or you're saying when you first go on, you're just taking off?
I think it's probably just taking off. Taking off in turbulence.
Yeah, but that's scary anyway. I think for anyone,
other
just
than that,
about
it was fine.
Most people, I think, would be scared hitting turbulence.
Most people never know, but there's a few that they don't.
They might enjoy it, but I've heard also too that you should be scared when you see the flight attendant scared. When they're hitting turbulence, if they look like they're not sure what's going on, yeah, if they're unsure and seem a little nervous or scared of what's actually happening, then that's when you should take it into consideration for yourself and okay, things are getting real. If these professionals are the ones getting worried, then I should be a little bit worried or so.
Talking about that too, I wonder how that training goes, because you know how they say the masks come down and all that stuff, the training that they have to go through that and
reenact or. Not reenact, but act it.
Obviously the plane will say if it's staying still, stays right there. But then they have it reminds me of they used to be in Universal,
a simulation.
They used to be in Universal, right? That tornado or Twister.
It was Twister, I think it was called, and then they changed it and called it Disaster. But it had.
I feel like it'd be that, it's fake, but it's cool, how it is. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm sure they have to go through some type of training like that and follow the steps and know actually what, and if the cases the event was to happen, at least what you need to do. Because I feel like I've also seen before where they do the big inflatable slide, and then you see them slide in down.
That's horrible to say.
It's field day at work. But they blow up the big old inflatable slide that reaches to the door. Which, if you think, that's a huge ass slide. Yeah. It reaches to the door of the airplane.
Yeah, but that's already when it's landed, though.
Yeah, no, once it's landed. But I'm saying still from door to ground, that's. what? Probably at least 25 feet.
Because even when they push out the other steps, that's high too. You know, when they do that.
Those steps alone. It's just so weird. I think all that together. Now, well, actually, when I think about anything like big in general, talking about planes or even
trains,
big construction trucks, just seeing the tire size and how big. It's like when they have to do work on it or repairs and all. It's just like, how is this even?
Like, do they have the big enough tools for that? Like the bolts, especially the bolts. That's a lot.
Even building, now we're getting to a whole different subject, but even like with building skyscrapers, it's like, how do they get the crane on top of that building? Mm-hmm. It's just so crazy, but it's like, I guess they take it apart, build it then up there slowly, and then start
like
building
that, like
other
things. About like scaffolding and all that stuff. They have to take piece by piece, whether not the backpack or the pockets, like little slots, and then bring that all up. All right, and then.
That's crazy though. The amount of work that it actually takes that we don't always realize, but
like the job that I work for, and I get to see that, and I think it's pretty cool. Like, I mean,
so I'm supposed to give you an idea.
I'm supposed to be doing my work. I'm like this.
Mesmerized. Like, oh my god.
Oh, that's how it's done.
Bob the Builder. No, because if people don't know, you work in entertainment where you do a lot of like sound stages, work like that, putting things together,
concerts, comedies, even like ballroom,
entertainment, and all that. Yeah. Okay, skin of my teeth. So I did look it up. Skin of my teeth is a phrase from the Bible, actually. In modern times, by the skin of my teeth is used to describe a situation from which one has barely managed to escape. Which we knew, but I wanted to see more so, how did this come about when... They said in the Bible, so what is this, like AD, BC? Remember when you would learn that back in school?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember what AD, BC stands for? Before Christ, I know BC.
After...
Actually, I heard it recently.
That's
what I said, like after Dominion
after
or
Domino's,
something like that.
You have a dessert?
After Domino's, then you order pizza. AD. I heard it recently on the radio, but let me see. AD, BC, Anno Domini.
Okay, Domini. Oh,
I know her. After. Anno Domini.
She's Dominican.
ANNODOMINI. The term Anno Domini and before Christ are used to label number of years in the Julian and Gregorian. Remember Gregorio that we went to school with? In calendars.
Well, he used to hook us up with the large fries. He's worked McDonald's.
Oh, okay. No, that is true, right? Well, he didn't hook us up, but Gregor. It also reminds me of a gargoyle. Not him. I'm just saying the name itself. Gregorio. Gargo. Anyways, so yeah, we're here back with another episode for you guys. Actually, surprised that I'm even putting it along. Like I said, was trying to. Oh, I just exited someone out that I wanted to look into. Crap, but got a couple things that we're gonna get into for you guys, touch around, and spark a conversation. But speaking of sparks, The Sims 4, not Jordan Sparks, no air.
L.A.
No, not that one either. The Sims 4 Sparked. SPARK''D, because they are that cool. The Sims 4 Sparked. Have you heard about this?
No, is that what we seen at Target, that game?
Oh, no. That was the regular like deluxe edition or whatever that they sell for a computer and PS4 and all that. No, this I actually just came across. The Sims Sparked is going to be a reality show where players compete to tell the best stories. An actual reality show on TBS, I believe. No, they already filmed. I think film casted everyone, and it's about to premiere the 17th of this month, July, on TBS. I would say not sponsored, but given the promotion. July 17th. So basically, it looked like what I gathered from the trailer that was showing. There's a group of like 3 people on a team, and they're all taking part in building like a Sims family, but they have to follow by a story or whatever. So like, for instance, they were saying like, okay, this story, you're going to make a single mom that, a little like background story, whatever. Life, like that. Or like a single mom and the kid wants to be an athlete, and then the daughter wants to be a singer or whatever, or maybe that. And then put together a story, and I guess the one with the best story wins. They're gonna win $100,000, so some serious money on the
for
table.
A new PC. Right there, somebody's gonna win. Oh, it's a group of 3, so they can.
No, actually, maybe you're right, because it says an elimination challenges with $100,000 in prizes. Mm-hmm. So I hope they're not giving simoleons like Sims money, $100,000 in Sims money and not real money. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna check it out and see, because if you guys don't know, I enjoy playing The Sims.
Yeah,
I haven't played in a while. I have it on my computer, had it for years, and spent countless hours and summers playing The Sims. So it is something that I'm usually interested in, but I don't know about how is this going to be?
To me, it's like, that Major League Gaming, like how they do like Call of Duty and all that stuff. To me, it would be
tournaments.
Yeah, to me, it would be like that. Obviously, not a tournament. Well, I guess it is kind of a tournament.
It's basically a tournament. It's a competition show.
I feel like the only thing to see
episodes.
is headphones, the mouse or whatever, like stuff like that. I feel like.
Well, the way they were showing it, at least in the trailer, like they were showing somebody at a desk, the 3 people at a desk with a computer, them working together, and then I think they had on the screen what they're seeing and then them. Oh. So it wasn't
I understand.
It wasn't like the gamer setup that you might be used to that you see people
basically
streaming.
You're watching, you're watching a show like a Twitch or something like that. Yeah. Just not all this stuff that how you have right now.
But also the behind the scenes, I guess, of the people. But I've caught myself, I don't know if you have, just on YouTube watching people play video games.
I watch it all the time.
You watch it all. What are some of the things that you watch? Or do you watch games that you play, or you watch other games?
Mostly the games I play.
Okay.
Just so for instance, say if I'm watching, if you were playing MLB or something, I'll watch you and your channel just to see, especially like that, if you are a top player in the world, just see certain things. How are you winning, or how are you pitching to certain people? I mean,
little cheat.
Well, it's like scouting,
doing research, taking notes.
It's not a nothing. Like a lot of people when they play against me, they always think I'm cheating, or because I always hit these winning home runs. It's like, sorry, it's like I'm just
that good.
Well, I've always been into the game.
Yeah.
Ever since
MLB.
I remember on the old PlayStation, 2003, 2004.
That's the first.
2005. One? Yeah, it wasn't called the show. It was just called MLB 05. And stuff like that. Then it started being the show
every year,
08 and stuff like that. Yeah.
So you just watch?
I just watch that. No, but I watch a lot of other things. Well, you watch more than I do on YouTube. But.
Oh, I'm on YouTube all day long, 24. Not 24/7. I gotta sleep sometime. But just about. I spend countless of hours on YouTube watching different things. But I watch some gameplay.
Now, I watch myself now watching just different things. But I like to watch a lot of people. Thrift, because I don't go thrifting, but I like doing that just to see oh wow, they found this. I'll go to the website or whatever, their website, just to see. It's cool to find old things,
so many
especially the stuff that what we used to have, or say if our parents had, and stuff like that. I like seeing certain things.
Never know what you can find in a thrift store. But I watch gameplay on YouTube videos. Not I have a special or favorite gamer that I like to watch and I'm subscribed to. Nothing like that. And I don't watch no one live stream necessarily. But I will sometimes watch videos. I can say Sims videos, people playing the Sims. Or what I do watch is, because a lot of times these video game companies and all that, they send early copies to these gamers and stuff, people following. So I'll like to see, say the new expansion pack for Sims is coming out. I'll see the person review it.
Yeah, and especially I want to buy that. Or
then you know more or less, okay, is it worth it? Is it not? This is what's included, or, just different ideas. And then also it gives me ideas watching the people in The Sims 2 when they build their certain houses or things that I might have not thought about.
Yeah, exactly.
I never thought to put, a balcony around the fence, or, just little things like that or whatever. You get ideas and then play that way. But I do enjoy when people are reviewing it, especially when The Sims, because they'll go through and say okay, these are all the items that are included in this pack, and so before you buy the game what to expect. I do sometimes though watch other gaming, nothing specific I would say, but here and there if I come across a game just to check out to see if once again is it worth getting it or just to play, then to check it out that way. But there's nothing.
I do it with story games too and stuff For instance, I still haven't even beat the first one. I should have beat The Last of Us.
I knew you were going to say that one.
The remastered.
Because you showed me the other day.
Yeah. But that's a great game and stuff. But I just never... Oh, and that's another thing, too. You know how sometimes you can't pass a mission, then you go on YouTube. I try to stay away
that's cheating.
I try to stay away from that for the longest. But now, if I'm in this one area for the longest, especially the game of Uncharted... I don't know if it's on the easier levels, but if you don't know something, then after it'll be a little thing to tell you oh, look over there, and then to go
a hint.
Yeah, to go to the next things. But I'd rather do that, but not go on YouTube and then look oh man, I forgot to look underneath the mattress because there was a key there or something like that.
You would
I look around the whole thing. Yeah. Certain things is come on, who's gonna know?
No, when some games are so detailed like that,
those
or
puzzle
secretive
games,
about it. Yeah.
But
the puzzle games like that, or like an escape room type thing or situation.
Right here,
you have no idea what
how
to do.
How your paintings are right here. It'd be like, they have to be face like a diamond shape or whatever.
But sometimes those games too, particularly like you need just a little booster, a little head start. Like just show me which way we're working. What's the direction? Like an escape room that you go to.
Because once you figure this out, now you know, like, okay, there's water bottle like this. Like,
and then you also get to like, okay, now I get the concept of where they're trying to go with this. So then you go from there to there like that. But without that like little shove boost, sometimes you don't, and it's like, where do I even start?
That's one game I think you would have been good at, like, because I think you're more like that. Like, you'd be like story
mind
game.
Puzzling
so
games,
like Uncharted, great game. All the whole series, great game. Actually, a friend of mine, he once I told him, I was like, hey, this is going on the PlayStation Store for free, the three pack. When I bought it at the time, it was like $20 like years ago. So then after he got it for free, and then what he do? He stopped playing baseball, and he was right on it. He beat it in within less than a week, all three. Then he was like, all right, I just downloaded the fourth one. It was also for free.
Yeah.
What happens? He beat that probably like in 3-4 days. I was like, see, I told you it was really good. He goes, no, I enjoyed it.
When you get hooked like that, though, you can't put the game down and just want to play.
To me, there's a certain extent like how much I can play a game.
But also, too, you don't want to play it to beat it too quick sometimes because you're enjoying it.
Especially if you spend the money like $60.
Yeah.
I just beat it in 2 days.
If it just came out to you bought it, you're playing it that night, and it's like, okay, I'm really enjoying this game. I could play a couple more levels, but I want it to last. I don't also want to beat it all and say, okay, well, there goes that. Yeah. So I totally get like, okay, hold it off and take it slow.
I like to take my time.
But sometimes games could be so fun where it's just like, I can't put this down.
When's the last time you played Tomb Raider? Or you never really played Tomb Raider, right?
I was going to say... When the last time I played,
once you had triangle titty.
When did the first PlayStation come out? Like, I honestly don't even know.
I enjoyed the last one that I played, and I beat that within probably like a couple weeks, or maybe less than that. But I didn't. I beat it, but I still had a whole bunch of other things.
But see, that's like a classic, I would say.
No, that Resident Evil.
I was just say Resident Evil.
But I never got into those.
So how about we got into a commercial break? I can't believe this turned into a gaming podcast all of a sudden. No, we're going to talk into some other things coming on up, but we got 3 more minutes just about until we hit to a commercial. So let's go back and forth and try to think of some classic games that you hear. We might have not even played them before, but that you hear that people, when they hear that, they're like, oh, they have like diehard fans for those
Number
games.
1 is Zelda.
Okay, Zelda. I would say
Mario.
A Street Fighter.
Tekken.
The Resident Evil.
Yep. Like I said, Tekken. A lot of people, they love. Def Jam, Vendetta, like the
was that the
hip-hop,
boxing?
Yeah, hip hop, but like Fight Club, like that.
I remember. That also reminds me though to the show Celebrity Deathmatch when
they had a game.
I remember they did have a game, but I used to just like watching that.
PS2.
Driving game.
Driver.
You had seen. Well, I think I had seen this too, but that was like the original Grand Theft Auto before all that. And in the first Driver, you couldn't get out the car. I think it was in the second one they allowed you to get out the car. Though. Yeah, it was the first early stages, and then. That's how Grand Theft Auto got its start from that game, pretty much, and turned into what
Grand
it is
Theft Auto,
these days.
The first Grand
Theft Auto, that is. We've talked about it recently too, and I think it was coming. It was being re-released that you were saying you were trying to get the pack with the skateboard.
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk is, I would say, like a cult classic that a lot of even people that weren't even interested in skateboarding or extreme sports or so enjoyed Tony Hawk, and
because
that's where he made like. All his money.
Didn't they have one of the guy Bob Burnquist too, or was he just featured in the game?
I think he was featured. The other game was Matt Hoffman, the BMX bike.
Yes. That was on the demo.
That was a demo.
Yeah, I used to like playing that.
Yeah, but I'm saying he had his own like game, and that was BMX riding. Sims. We just talked about it, but the Sims. That's another game where a lot of people.
And I think I told you about this that they were making a remake of that, which I rather have them do. The other one was cool. I rather have them do cool borders instead of SSX tricky.
The snowboarding.
Yeah.
Feel like I border. Yeah. I feel like, and we would be upstairs in the attic playing it at the time, right? I feel like I remember it, yeah.
I remember all those, even the old sport games like NFL Game Day. I used to have the old NBA Live. When I used to love NBA Live until 2K came out, but
they even had the other one, the street ones.
Oh, NFL
NBA,
Street.
NFL Street, all those, right? Yeah. And then classics, you want to go way back too. The backyards, yeah, the backyardigans. I was gonna say, backyard sports, baseball, basketball, all that stuff.
I only had the baseball, but then like Hector, he had all those. I think he even had like the skateboarding, football, basketball.
I was actually thinking of the other day, like just speaking about games. I remember when I used to. play on the computer this Tonka game. And it was with Tonka trucks. And the reason why I thought about it the other day was for some reason.
You were big on Tonka though. Like you used to have
the game was repetitive. Like I would play the game, finish playing. The next time I would play, I would do the same stuff over again. It's not like, oh, you hit a level and now I got to unlock. Yeah. No, it was like that. There was all that was on the game was these couple of things. You would click to go on the boat and like make the boat work or change the tires of the truck, and then next day I would play again, and it was like, okay,
they play on the iPad.
But I say, the next day is like, okay, like what am I doing today? Same thing. Go on the boat, put the boat together, put the tires back on the truck, put the fire out. Like that was the same thing.
One game that was always aggravating before we go to commercial break was that Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? That was an aggravating game on the PC.
Another one that was aggravating just to the fact that it always messed up when I put it in. Because its disc was like scratched, and I think it came that way. It just didn't load properly in the computer.
It came that way.
It not that it came scratched, but it didn't load properly. Something was wrong with the disc, or it never really worked properly. And remember what computer games? Like once you opened it, you couldn't return it.
Yeah.
I don't know if video games still the same way.
Well, they give you a certain amount of time. No, well, you can get your money back, I think, within like a week or something like that. Okay. Even if it's open.
But normally,
I don't have to read. I don't read the receipts. So.